What is going on, everybody? We are back with NHL 17, be a franchise GM mode with our Toronto Maple Leafs, and we are in the second round of the playoffs here. We went ahead and beat my Detroit Red Wings in the first round. Let's take a look at that. Now, it's been a little bit, and I know I've been gone for a little bit, but this was a well-fought series, and oh, man. That comeback, oh my God, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. We end up getting the final win here and stalling that awful comeback that wasn't by the Detroit Red Wings. Basically, at this point, going against the Florida Panthers, let's go ahead and look at their lines first. But I think we just got to kind of stay the course, be a little more sound defensively. Now, obviously, I haven't played this game in a while, and if you guys watch my recent update, I haven't played this game in a while. So we're coming back to it. We're coming back to it, seeing what it's going with, and this is the final push, because after this GM mode, we will be doing a different team after this actual playoffs. So if we lose this round, knock on wood, if you can hear that, we go home for good. Johnny Superman takes the reins, and so here's our lines, obviously, just to get a little bit refresher here. We do have Lipstick in there, so just so you guys know. Defense, and then let's go over to goalies. We got Andy in the net, so that's cool. Everything awesome. Let's check out the opponents. Not bad. Not a bad team. Look a little similar to us, but they have they've got the depth at center. Look at that. Trocheck playing second line center. Oh, that sucks. They're just kind of stuck with him there because he is already a second line center. First two lines, though, I think we've got a better first two lines, especially with the second line. Yeah. Their first line's good, though. It's going to score a lot of goals. Second line's going to be fine. Third line, I think, is going to be their bread and butter. I think they're going to score a lot of goals on the third line with a really good two-way forward there, who's honestly a way better offensive zone player than defensive zone. But that's cool. Actually, what was his stick checking's really good. 89, body checking's 89. He's a good player. He'd be such a sick second line center for us. And then their fourth line's not too bad. They've got some two-way guys and grindy guys on there. Not much to see on this team, honestly. Ekblad hasn't really come into his own just yet. 90 overall. I know that's coming into his own, but he got up to like 99 overall last year, didn't he? Either way, it's good that we're facing him this year, because if we were facing him in the next couple years, at 94, 95, maybe even 97, if he gets to that point. I mean, he's high elite, so I don't know if he's going to get too much higher. He's not like the franchise that he was last year, which I kind of wish he was, because that was always exciting. He would take over the league. So it's good we're facing him this year, because maybe next year he'd be a lot better. So we'll still be able to get by him. They don't have the strongest core next to him, though. Next up, it's Pissick and Yandel, and they're 85. So not that they're bad players, but, we don't have a lot of room to talk because we don't have the best defensive core either, but I think it's not going to be, that insane core. Yandel definitely helps them on the offensive end, but yeah, and Demers is a really good player too. I mean, real meat and potatoes kind of guy. Ham and eggers down here. So let's just check. Oh yeah, goalies here. Luongo looking good, man. Ageless wonder at this point. I remember a couple years ago just thinking like, oh, he's done. His 5-hole was massive, but he's playing so well for the Panthers. He just needed to get back there, I feel like, who they have scratched. Logan Shaw, McCann, and Uyghur. So, yeah, looks pretty good. Remember, injuries are on for the playoffs, so, they don't happen that often. I think it's only like 7 or 8%. Because once you get to like 10%, it's like should be 100%. It's ridiculous. So let's get into this series. If I've forgotten something to check, let me know in the next episode. And we can go ahead and check that. Also, if there's something at the very end, we can do a whole GM mode wrap up. And then also let me know the next team you guys want to see for GM mode. If you don't know why the GM mode is ending, go check out my latest update vid on the channel, 1,500 subscriber update video. We basically just decided to go ahead with a new GM mode after this one ends in the next few episodes here. So let me know who should be next, and try to have it be some team that no one's really doing. By the way, I see that we can hold a team meeting. Just not going to do it. I'm not going to risk half the team going down. I've tried like every answer, and at least like 5 players will get sad after the meeting. So I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Okay, we are home here in Toronto playing the Panthers. I think the biggest thing is beat Lou early and not let them have just an unbelievable game. So first period, okay, 1-1. I guess, yeah, we did go ahead and beat him. Matthews leading that team right now. That's pretty good. And they have Riley Smith there, who's also a threat. But we can take him. We can take it. Okay, so we broke the ice. Shots are basically even, 12-11 for Florida. So let's just kind of approach it the same way. We're getting a good amount of shots, but let's. I just feel like that Riley Smith goal was either a fluke or a really nice one-timer. So let's see how it's from the edge there. I don't know, but let's hope Matthews can maybe get a 4-goal performance. This is my first game this season in GM mode, so you got to bear with me. It's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of news that has passed since the last episode. So second period, okay, 0-0, but shots are dead even. Maybe this team is closer to us than we think. Maybe they are. So let's just go ahead with it. I think we just got to start scoring. Okay, power play. Trading power plays. Is that like a glitch in this game? I hate when it does that. It's just like, do you take... Oh, and Jokinen gets one from the circle right on the dot here. So, okay, 4 minutes left. I'd really like a tied marker. Nope, they get the insurance marker, Barkov on Anderson, and they get it the empty netter at the end to ice it 4-1. And we were at home. That's not a good sign. Barkov, Louis, and Jokinen. I mean, I feel like that game was good up until the end of the third. That's when we kind of fell apart, and I mean, for some reason, I don't really get why our team collapses in the third. I don't know if that's a poise thing. I don't know if that's a chemistry thing, but it seem like it happens a lot. It seems like it happens a lot. I don't know. Okay, so let's just get into game 2 here. I don't want to do too much in terms of changing anything just yet, but I definitely, if this game is a bad one, we'll see what we can do. Weather the storm in some way, I don't know. But speaking of weathering the storm, we got to bring them down off their confidence high horse. So let's get an early one on Lou. First period, there we go. 2 against. Johnson and Matthews looking good. So that first line is buzzing. And, yeah, Matthews having a hell of a round. He gets our only goal last game. He's already got another goal in this game. So let's keep going. We're out shooting them, if that means anything. Second period. Okay, we get 1, but they get 2. So Barkov and Smith again. They're also having a really good time. Nylander comes up. A lot of you guys are asking where Marner is. I was asking what we should do with him in an earlier episode. Everybody said just leave him down in the AHL for a killer year. So, yeah, just next time, just kind of, watch the vids and see what, kind of happened. Because, everything I do is comments that you guys had. Nylander just reminded me because rookies are scoring a lot. And Marner has not come up yet, so that's where he is. Just so you know. And it kind of sucks because this GM mode is ending, but we're going for a cup and, So let's get to that third game period here. 20 minutes left. We are up by 1. Hopefully that's enough insurance to win the game. If not, let's get a dagger or 2. All right. Real-time sim. Matthews killing it. 3 goals this series so far. 2 in this game alone. Luongo is looking like a mere mortal in this game. 4 goals against. And that was a long power play for the Panthers there. 5 minutes left. They've got to get 2 to tie it. And we get another insurance marker, Komarov, there against Louis. They don't pull him, and it proves to be our advantage. 5-2 Toronto. That's what I like to see. I'm staying calm because you can't get overexcited, especially in an EA game. GM mode, you guys know Matthews having a killer time in the playoffs here. 3 goals in 2 games. Freddie having a 2 goals against average on this game. And Johnson, an assist and a goal. Well, maybe one of those assists on Matthews. I'm sure it was. All right, so third game, I don't think we need to go ahead and change anything. I think I think this team is kind of automatic at this point. At least I feel like, there's probably some minor things we could change, especially when it comes to younger guys coming in, things like that. But we're just going to push for the cup this year. It's just going to have to happen. We can do this. We've shown that we can break through their defense, through their goalie. First period. All right. 0-0. That's never a good sign for us, but they are at home. They're probably coming out swinging because of the loss. Pretty big loss, 5-2 in the last game. So second period, I think we just have to get more shots on goal and start to weather their storm because they are 100% just trying to get this easy out of the way. We're still the Maple Leafs, right? We still have this reputation of being easy, but we've made it to the second round. They are a young team, so are we, but I think we've just got the skill where it counts. So we've got to weather their storm in their building. Second period. That's not what I meant. Guys, that's not what I meant. Clutterbuck on the fourth line getting a goal. Are you kidding me? McKenzie and Huberdeau. All in the same kind of little area here, too. Maybe that's just Anderson's rough side. So, I'm not giving up. Let's just go into it. They are heavily outshooting. There we go. Nylander right away. We get the momentum back. Morgan Riley. We are back in this game. Still over 10 minutes left. Let's get one more, guys. Come on, kill the penalty. Or get a shorty like Morgan Riley did. Kill that penalty, guys. Oh, my God. Come on, we can get a quick one. Let's go. Come on. And you get an empty netter. All right. Well, hey, if it wasn't for that second period, we were looking pretty good there in the third period. That's kind of a turnaround. So Clutterbuck getting the first star. That's a weird one. Smith and McKenzie backing him up there. Weirdly enough, I feel okay about that game just because of the third period that we had. Coming back, getting a shorty. I know that's not always the best thing. They lead the series 2-1, but I just think this is doing okay. By the way, the only reason I'm not doing the whole ownership stuff right now is because we are ending this GM mode after this playoff, these playoffs. So I know you guys gave me some answers on how to, allocate funds. I'm going to use that towards the following GM mode. And we're going to, because this one was kind of a disaster in terms of facility maintenance. But yeah, we'll work on that in the next GM. But we're just trying to get through this, trying to win a cup. I'm not going to make any changes. After this game, I may. And it may be too late, but I'm not going to make it. Let's just look at the lines real quick. Let's just look, make sure Andy's in the net. Maybe we can make a change, but Nylander, I think he's fine in the second line there. I feel Johnson and Matthews are doing great. We haven't seen much from Marchand here. What are his statistics? He's doing fine. That's great. Yeah, I'm just seeing their goals and assists. Yeah, everybody on the first line is doing fine. Komarov's doing pretty good. We could move Komarov up. I haven't seen much from Soshnikov. I just feel like this bottom six isn't really for scoring goals. It's for shutting down the other team. So, we've seen goals from them, but the top six is definitely heavy, if you guys know what I mean. And that's kind of how everybody wanted this to be built out. We wanted a bottom six that's all defense and a top six that's all just offensive power with some defensive prowess for sure. But, you know, I kind of agree with how the team is right now. You know, if we fail, we know that maybe we should put it in different areas, especially with the amount of goals that we've been seeing against. But, you know, whatever. Let's just turn it around. We're in their building. We got to weather their storm, especially after their big win. We can come back. So first period, there we go. Nylander's having a hell of a series. Already 3 goals, I believe. So that's awesome. And we're doubling their shots, out shooting them. That's right in front of the net on Luongo there. That's pretty good. So second period, I think we just have to build off these shots, keep it in their zone because they can't score if it's in their zone. You know what I mean? They can't score on us. So second period, all right, they tied shots up. That is very impressive considering the amount they had to come back. So they stayed in our zone a lot, but it's very impressive as well that we stopped all of them. So third game period, let's just keep it up. Even if we keep it up defensively, we got to kill a penalty right away, a long one. That's the worst when you just see that right away. 10 minutes left here. It's a defensive struggle because look at the shots right now. They are out shooting us by almost 10 shots now, and we are going to win the game. Wow, 38 saves for Andy. He better be number 1 star. He better be the first star. 0 goals against. Luongo had a great game as well. Nylander, though, unreal. Unreal series so far. 3 goals on that second line. He's really come into his own. He's definitely an elite goal scorer at this point in the NHL. Awesome. All right, series all tied up. We're definitely just going shot for shot on this Panthers team, and I don't think we need to change anything. That's kind of the thing. Like, you know, one game we'll be like, should we change something? The next game we'll get a big win. It's just one of those things, you know. And you can argue that Andy stole the game for us, getting the shutout, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just going into this game. Series is tied 2-2, and yeah, let's go for it. First period. 1-1. Huberdeau and Johnson. Johnson's having a good series too, especially with assists. And that's a weird angle shot, probably a 1T or something like that, cross crease pass, and he slaps it on in. And Huberdeau, kind of a mirror image, you know what I mean? Right over there. So they are out shooting us by 2. Not the worst thing in the world, but we definitely have to weather their storm. We always do better when we are out shooting them. Invariably, it is always going to be a better game if we double or triple their shots. It's just going to be that way because it's in their zone at all time. We got to be that. I guess we're more of a puck possession team, not a shootable team. But if we can be a puck possession team and get a ton of shots, that's how it goes. But even in Hut, I'll get like 9 shots on goal a whole game and win 5-2 or something like that. It's just how it works sometimes. Puck possession, looking for the best shot. So I trust our coaching staff, but let's get some more shots because when Louie's got a lot of shots on him, he's letting in those 5 holes, if we know anything about Louie. But damn, I respect him being this old and having just an unbelievable performance lately with the Panthers. So second period. All right, Reichel. Okay. For some reason, I thought the Panthers scored. Reichel, there we go. All right, so we're getting some depth scoring. Right when I say I don't expect any depth scoring because we're mostly focusing on defense. Reichel, power forward, right? Reichel, so yeah, he's got some shooting prowess, so that's right there. You can't let somebody in, especially with the decent shot right there in the top of the slot. It's not going to be good for your goaltender. That may have even been he may have even crossed over, got a shot or something off a face-off maybe, slinging it around a defender. Who knows? Maybe Louis was screened in some way. Who knows? But let's go to third period. Real-time simulation. Once again, we're showing our puck possession prowess, being outshot pretty heavily. and being in the lead. Here's a power play. Don't get any real good shots. We got one shot on that power play, and we go immediately to the penalty kill. But we kill it. 3 minutes left here. 2-1, and we are getting some shots. And the simulation is over. We take a series lead with a 2-1 victory in game, 5? Awesome. 36 shots, though, guys. I know we're more of a puck possession team by the numbers, but Freddie getting another first, well-deserved, I should say, first star, Reichel. And this is the thing. Luongo is always going to stick around because he's always been in these third stars. You know, even if they lose, he's in 3 stars because he can shut down a game. So we got to be very careful with how we kind of stick around for this series, because if he turns it on and just shuts us out, we're done. So we have a chance here. Let's check it out. So we lose the first game 4-1. It's a 1-0 lead for the Panthers. We come back and win 1-1, tied the series up. We lose. Series is 2-1. We win. Series is tied up 2-2. We win. We break the cycle here of back and forth, and we win 3-2. Series lead. So we have a chance to close it out tonight. We're at Florida, so we can close it out in the in Sunrise. I don't know what their arena's called. Apologies, Panthers fans. One of my friends is a big Panthers fan, and up until recently, it was kind of a funny thing. He likes underdog team. That's cool. They're starting to look pretty good, so it's starting to be a real thing. Definitely not a fair weather fan, but I always say to him, I'm like, I can't be a fair weather fan for the Wings because they've always made the playoffs in my entire, literally the last time they weren't in the playoffs was a year before I was born. It's insane. So I've always, my entire life, they've made the playoffs. So I can't say I was ever just I stuck it through the bad times. We haven't had bad times, so I can't say that. So, maybe right now is a bad time because, we're still growing. But, man, the team is starting to click a little bit. We're getting some losses. I don't know why I'm talking about the Red Wings, but let's go into this game. I'm trying to just delay it, but we can't. It's inevitable. We got to play the game. This is, I said before, I think I said it was just game 5. This is game 6. Oh, no, I said we won in game 5. So, yeah, game 6 here. We have a chance to take the series completely and move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. That is a beautiful, beautiful thought. We've got 2 chances here. Let's just go for it. First period. Okay, we're out shooting them by 1, but they know what's on the line. It's going to be a defensive battle. It's one of those games that Doc Emmerich always says, each team is kind of just waiting for the other to make a mistake. Invariably, I've said that a few times because that's kind of his word that he uses sometimes. Or maybe that's Eddie. I don't remember. Either way, it is one team's going to crack, and then we're going to have to start taking chances. Either team, rather, is going to have to start taking chances. So, second period, let's see who cracks. It's us. Hemsky. Hemsky's on the second line, isn't he? Oh, geez. So we got to start taking some chances. That's not a bad thing, though, especially in the third period, taking some chances because it's make or break now for the Panthers, and they're going to have to take some chances to weather our storm of chances. This is a good series for that phrase, weather the storm, because I feel like we're very similar teams, and it takes just 1 or 2 guys stepping up to change the momentum in the game. We're not getting 6-0 blowouts on one side. Both teams are very similar, built similarly, and very young with, a spattering of older guys. Older goalie on the Panthers, a couple older guys in the forward core for the Maple Leafs. So third period, let's see if it's the final one or not. And hopefully we can get one in the first 10. Hopefully. Come on, guys. Please. Oh, we got to do a penalty kill. We got to stop. Wow, we got to stop taking penalties, especially in the third period. We got to stop. There we go, Morgan Riley. Okay, and we're on the power play there. Man, we got to take advantage of those power play. All right, overtime in an elimination game. It does not get better than this. Also, I was thinking about playing some games in the next GM mode because I think Johnny Superman played a game, which is weird. I never thought he would play a GM mode game. But I did that in the last year, I think, early in the year, and it was kind of fun. And then I just stopped doing it. So I don't know. In the next GM mode, maybe I'll just play a weird game or something like that. That'd be kind of fun. Just do like a position lock just to make it a little more difficult. But we're in overtime. I got to focus. We are only down by one shot, and we are all tied up in terms of goals. That was a great shot by Morgan Riley. I just picture him coming across the ice, back skating, just slapping it home. Oh, man. That is sick. So let's go ahead and go into the overtime game period. Hopefully, this isn't the EA curse of the first 10 seconds being a goal. If we get the goal, then that's awesome, but it's very unrealistic. It's not 3-on-3, is it? It's just endless overtime 5-on-5. I don't know. What's the new rule? Do you guys know the new rule? Let me know. Weird. I don't know why I've forgotten. Anyway, that's fine. Obviously, there's no shootout, but it's just endless OT. But yeah, let's just jump into it. Hopefully, it's not first 10 seconds. They're already on the power play, 5-on-4. So yeah. Whoa! Morgan Riley with a 2-goal game to win it and take the series. I can get excited now. Oh man, I saw that penalty kill we had to do, and I was just like, we're done. 0.95 goals against average in this game for Freddie Anderson. Luongo had a hell of a series. He just couldn't hold on for the team. They're still a young team, and they've got 1 or 2 positions, I think, to fill out, especially on that second line. Riley had 2 goals in this game to win us the series. Single-handedly win us this series in this game. 2 goals in the goal department, that is. Obviously, Anderson won it for us in the net. Let's see who we're facing in the next game. And you can see Marner up there. Ooh, okay. So last year it was the Panthers and the Islanders, right? And the Islanders won that series. We go ahead, beat the Panthers to face the Isles in the Eastern Conference Finals. So let's go ahead and go to player stats. We'll look at us for the playoffs. And then we'll look at the Isles. And the next episode, we'll look at their lines. So player stats for the playoffs here. Let's see who led us in points. Matthews, not a huge surprise there. Our franchise center, he was a -1. Brad Marchand has had a good playoff so far. Looks like he only got an assist though, or maybe 2 assists in that last series, because when I checked him after the second game, he was 3-6, 3 goals, 6 assists. So maybe had a couple in the first 2 games. I'm not really sure, but it looks like he didn't do a ton after that. But he's there for grit. He's there for some shutdown purposes. Also chirping, can't take that away from him. I don't know if the simulation has the chirp. That'd be cool if it was in physical or maybe senses. It was just chirping ability and it just weathers the team down. That'd be cool. Johnson had a hell of a series. Nylander definitely had a good series. A lot of goals from him. Bozak looks like he had pretty good. Nylander's also a plus. A lot of minuses here though. That's kind of the problem, but we knew that was kind of Kadri's a plus though. So as you guys can see here, that's kind of what we're looking at. Not bad. And let's just look at goalies real quick, and then we'll go ahead and look at the Panthers. Or not the Panthers, we'll look at the Isles. So Anderson, 2.13 goals against. Amazing. 0.935. Unreal. Great goaltender. All right. Let's look at the Isles here. Oh, okay. They have Bishop and Halak. So Halak has not played really anything. It looks like he's played a little bit for he's played 2 games. Hasn't had any goals against. Wow. Okay. But yeah, it looks like Bishop's doing pretty good as well. I mean, not as good as Andy, but pretty good. So that'll be something, but we've beaten some good goaltenders so far in this GM mode, so I think we'll be okay. No surprise here. Johnny T, 95 overall. That's a big one. 15 points, 14 games played. Andrew Ladd's doing pretty well for them. Cizikas, that's an interesting one. Nelson. And actually a defenseman up here. Nicoletti looking really good. Let's look at those stats. I thought his shooting would be a little bit better, but defensive awareness, skating, he would be a great player to have. And he's top 4, so you could even get somebody else to play in like the top 2, and you could stack a top 4 with him. Wow. Strome, this is what I was kind of thinking about. Strome's looking good. He's not really coming to as good as he can be, his full potential, but he's going to be a threat for sure. And really not a lot of higher overall players. I mean, some decent depth. Looks like their defense is a big part of their attack as well, their points. But it looks like everybody on the team at least has 1 point, which can't be said for our team. So, all right. Well, that's the 2 teams stat-wise. Next episode, we'll go ahead and look at their lines and start the Eastern Conference Finals with a chance to go to the Stanley Cup to punch a ticket to the finals. So thank you guys for sticking around. Like and subscribe if you dug it. There's going to be some new weird kind of newsy format content with Hut games that I'm going to put up. We'll think of some other stuff too. Let me know down below what the next GM mode should be. If you haven't watched the last video, which was the update video, go ahead and watch that. And if you have any other comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. If not, we'll see you next time out on the ice.